What's up, everybody? Another episode of Let's Argue. Like I said on the Facebook and Twitter posts, I will be running it solo today. So episode 71. Give me one moment, please. Cracking open a beer. And we're going to get right into this. So, obviously, a couple things happened in the past week. We're going to dive into it real quick. Baseball has been baseball. I'm going to go over the stuff that I want to talk about today. And today, we're going to cover LeBron signing with the Lakers. We're going to cover, obviously, the MLB playoff picture and football. Next week is our fantasy draft, so we're going to hit on some fantasy. We're going to hit on, the outlook of some teams. There's only one more week of preseason after today. There's a couple more games tonight. This episode should be out by around 7 p.m. Central Time Zone for those that are in the Midwest. People in the West Coast, that'll be around 5 o'clock your time. East Coast, this will be around 7, so 8 o'clock around your guys' time. With that being said, Ozuna from Atlanta. We're going to just jump straight into some baseball right now. Gets booed. First game since his arrest. I believe it was DUI suspicion. That's just a bad look, you don't want that on you, and that could affect future contracts and stuff like that, because they got to keep that in the back of their mind. But yeah, we'll dive into the story a little bit right now as I bring it up. So Marcell Ozuna booed by Atlanta Braves in first game since DUI arrest. Surprised he's not suspended. Since being arrested, this is his first appearance since being arrested on driving under the influence charge. Probably gonna go to court. Yeah, it's just not a good look for him. Ozuna was booked early Friday and released on bond later that morning. It was the second arrest in many years for Ozuna, who was also arrested in May 2021 on charges of aggravated assault by strangulation and battery after police officers said they witnessed him attacking his wife. That's not good. Those charges were dropped after he completed a pretrial diversion program. Wow. Okay. That's crazy. Ozuna, the number 8 hitter in Atlanta's lineup against the Houston Astros, was greeted with a smattering of boos at Truist Park before his first at-bat in the second inning Sunday. The boos were much louder after Ozuna struck out against Astros right-hander Jose Urquidy. If I butchered the name, I apologize. That is crazy. I know I'm looking down. Apologies to people watching on YouTube, looking down at the screen. I got the phone a little bit higher up at eye level to, get the YouTube content, get that face-to-face interaction. But the screen I'm looking at is a little bit below it. Sorry. Yeah, I guess they're just trying to make a story out of it. It's not much of a story. Professional athletes make mistakes, man. It's obviously the mistakes that he has made are definitely going to probably hinder his career, unfortunately. Not looking too good for him. That's his second arrest. At that point, it's in his hands, you know what I mean? But let's go ahead and dive into the playoff picture. As we all know, it's getting pretty much set in stone. So bear with me for a second here while I pull it up. Standings. We're going to pull up the wild card page. So as of right now, as we speak, Seattle Mariners, Tampa Bay, and Toronto are locked in for 2, 3, and 4 seed. with that being said, the Minnesota Twins and the Baltimore Orioles are right on their tail. Twins are 2 games out. Orioles are 3. Chicago White Sox is also 3.5 games out. With that, looking at that, other than that, everyone else is double digits out, losing records, not looking too hot. Boston's right there as well. Things aren't looking too hot for Boston. Kind of, that's just the American League look as of right now. I could possibly later on pull up probably a much better look for the playoffs. Let's see here. Going back to the wild card. Let's see. National League, we got the Atlanta Braves 8 games ahead. Philadelphia Phillies exploded since the All-Star break so far. I really, this is very shocking, seeming that they are without Harper. In their last 10, no, they haven't been too hot, but they got a significant lead. They're second in the running for a wild card. So they're sitting pretty nice. They're coming up on 70 wins. Atlanta's coming up on 80. They're 75 and 48. I don't really see too much of the wild card picture in the National League shifting around too much. If you guys have anything else or an input that you would like to give me on that, go ahead and let me or Eddie know. But I forgot to address this in the beginning. Eddie will not be with us, obviously, this episode. He's sick. He called, basically said, not feeling too hot. Don't really feel like being on there with the way that he's feeling. Understandable. Life happens, you guys. Eddie won't be with us, so you won't get that back and forth feedback from the two of us, unfortunately. We enjoy it. I know a lot of other people enjoy it. I mean, I imagine people want to hear just more than me. With that being said, the top 3 that are locked in right now, Braves are locked in, Phillies locked in, half a game ahead. Atlanta's 8 games ahead. And then San Diego is locked in at 67 and 56. And then after that, Milwaukee's 1.5 games out from locking in a spot. And Giants are... they're just too streaky to figure out, but they're 6.5 games out. They're the only ones close. They had a hot streak early in the week, and then towards the end, they're on a 4-game losing streak. With that being said, they can't have that, especially with the playoffs coming up. October's right around the corner. There's about a month and some change left in the season before it becomes October baseball, and everyone knows October baseball is a big deal. As of right now, the Giants are they're too far away. They need to be right there with Milwaukee, and they're not. They can easily turn this around in September. Hopefully they do, because there's 28 games in September and 5 games in October. So basically the first week of October is that neck and neck battle, which if the Giants are even in it by the end of September, that's probably going to be their case, because they got a solid week of winning to even catch back up. With that being said, my prediction for the playoff picture as we see now, because they're going to start, a lot of teams are going to start locking in and getting really far ahead. With that being said, give me one moment. Atlanta is definitely probably going to take it all the way. We're going to pull up standings. I'm going to pull up full league standings. New York has been getting booed quite a bit. Not on top of that, they have been looking really bad in the past 2 weeks. The Yankees have just not been themselves. They've only won 3 games in the past 10. Tampa Bay is creeping up. They're tied right now with Toronto. Toronto and Tampa are going to probably have a neck-and-neck battle. But they're creeping up on the Yankees as well. Yankees had a significant lead, like double-digit lead. And now even their last-place team is only 13 games out from them. And the second-place team is only 8. And this division is starting to crack down to being really tight. Yankees have the lineup, though, to just take over. Just their offense is top tier. No one's going to get in their way. I don't see anyone getting in their way as well. Tampa's right there with them. Toronto's right there with them. Baltimore's right there, 11 games out. Boston, that whole division is probably the best division in baseball right now. Central, Cleveland Guardians. I don't think anyone's seen this happening this year. The Chicago White Sox are so hyped up, and they're just not doing it this year. Chicago's been picking it up. That whole division's been picking it up, except for the Royals and Detroit. They're just kind of, doing their typical KC and Detroit things, being terrible. With that being said, Cleveland is sitting at the top, 1 game ahead. Minnesota's only 1 game behind Cleveland. To be honest, this is probably one of the worst divisions in baseball. Unfortunately, I don't see the Guardians making it too far. I don't see the Twins making it very far. That's probably one of the worst divisions I've ever seen. Because usually it's Cleveland. Yeah, Cleveland's usually the team, or Chicago lately in the past couple of years. But yeah, no, I don't see anyone coming out of that division winning it all the way. Yankees, I want to give them the benefit of the doubt of being probably the best team in the league, but right now they're just so shaky. It just doesn't look like it's going to be them right now. And I also don't think it'll be the American League East to win it all. As of right now, Houston Astros are absolutely killing it this year. And right now, just the way Verlander is, and they're 6-4 in their last 10, going this deep into the season, being able to be 6-4 in the last 10 games, and they have the best record in the American League. Houston could easily win it all again this year. Hopefully they can do it without their past getting in their way. I hope. Hopefully Houston can put something together, They're a very solid team. I could see them beating out the Yankees. I could see if the Yankees were going to do it, I feel like this is the year for them to do it. That lineup is just so stacked, and I don't know how long a lot of those guys are going to be around. So, my prediction, Houston beats out Yankees to be the American League representative for the World Series. National League, Mets are absolutely unstoppable still. 5-5 in their last 10. Had an okay-ish week. They're pretty hard to beat home, and they're damn near just about the same away. Atlanta's only 3 games out from them, and then after that, it's a landslide in that division. Like, Phillies are in 3rd, but Phillies hold the top spot in the wild card running, so I think Phillies will definitely be in the postseason. They'll have, like always, Milwaukee's always in it. St. Louis is in it. St. Louis is having a solid year. I just also want to bring up something about Albert Pujols after this, just because this is his final season. I like talking about him because he is a focal point in baseball right now. And, the good old Los Angeles Dodgers, 7-3 in their last 10. They're murdering everyone they play. Dodgers probably, unfortunately, dramatic pauses, are probably going to win it all. I say this because it is what it is. Dodgers are 83-36. They're the only team with 80-plus wins right now. They're the first team to obviously make 80-plus. This is looking like their year. Giants are 59-61. I'm speaking as a Giants fan. We're 24 games out. It's not happening. It's just not happening this year. We're 5-5 in our last 10, but we're on a 4-game slide. They're playing currently right now. They can easily break that slide. But San Diego's right there, 5-5 as well. As we all know, Tatis is out for the remainder of the season, plus some next season as well. We've addressed this already. Dodgers are probably going to be the ones to take it all. And moving on, as we've pretty much addressed everything baseball-wise, and Mike Trout is back, but I think it's a little too late for the Angels. They are on the brink of elimination already, 52-69. It's just sad to see them have a lineup that they have, and they're just so terrible year in, year out. Back to the Albert Pujols topic. Sorry. He's had another multi-home run game. He's now sitting at 692. He's only 8 away from breaking 700. Obviously, everyone's like, well, he's saying this is his final season. We're seeing it. Hopefully, he can hit 700. It looks like he's highly motivated to get there. It looks like it's going to happen. I hope it happens. Seeing him get as far as he's gotten, it's been pretty cool to watch. 42 years old to be having 2 multi-game home run, just killing it left and right. It's just been an interesting story to follow. I hope he continues to do what he's doing and breaks the 700 mark. I think he'll be only like the 3rd player to do it. I'm just saying stuff off the top of my head. I don't have the facts in front of me right now. Hopefully he can hit 700. That'd be at least somewhat of a cool milestone to see him make. Obviously, he doesn't have enough years left in the tank to get close to the record itself. It would be a miracle if he even hit that many in one season, but he's sitting at 13 for the year. He's almost hitting 270 as a pinch hitter. Like, he's doing pretty solid this year for his role. Hopefully, St. Louis Cardinals can make a run. I wouldn't mind rooting for the St. Louis Cardinals to do something pretty big, in the postseason. They're usually a pretty solid postseason team. It's been a while since they've made a run as well. So, with that being said, we're going to go ahead and move on to football. Now, Deshaun Watson has received his he's received an 11-game, sorry about that, it was a weird pause and all, made his 11-game suspension. Now he won't be available till week 13. If anyone that follows the NFL and Deshaun Watson's situation, that was expected for him to lose his spot, at the 6-game spot that he had. And Cleveland, I think, should have known that this was coming. Why they didn't, if they didn't think it was going to happen, what were you thinking? 11-game suspension. I mean, with the allegations that he had, people should have expected that probably was going to happen. It's the NFL. They don't take that stuff lightly. So if you were expecting something less than the 6, and if you were shocked by the 11, you shouldn't have been, because it's been a talking subject for quite some time. Also paid, I think, $5 million fine as well. Some headlines for the NFL. Let's see. Bears linebacker Smith ends hold-in to play out final year. Bears rookie Brisker had thumb surgery. Rams O-line loses top draft pick. Bruce for season. Ooh, Rams O-line loses top draft. Okay, that's a big blow because they just had one of their senior O-linemen retire. Can't think of his name off the top of my head. Everyone knows who I'm talking about. Older guy, he was in his 40s. Anyways, pretty solid guy they lost, and now they just lost their one of their top O-linemen. Yeah, so with the big talking point was pretty much Deshaun Watson. He's always been the talking point. We've been waiting for this for quite some time. Jimmy G, will he go to the Browns? Maybe, maybe not. I wouldn't put it past them. It looks like they're really rolling with Jacoby Brissett, though. I wouldn't really think anything else of it. As of that, there hasn't been too many significant injuries. Some good news for the Packers fans out there. Left tackle Bakhtiari off PUP list after ACL Odyssey. So that's good news for them. They were without him for a very long time. He's back. He's healthy, hopefully. He can stay healthy because, man, did Rodgers need him last year, and he just did not have him. Well, everybody, we're going to hit on some fantasy. So, the fantasy draft is the 28th. About a week away. It's going to be at 4 p.m. Central. That is 2 p.m. West Coast. And that'll be... I think I butchered that earlier, now that I think about that. No, I was mentioning when the episode would drop. Anyways, 2 p.m. West Coast time, East Coast, that'll be 5 o'clock your guys' time. It'll be held on a Sunday afternoon, which is the 28th of August, which is the final week for preseason. That's why we're holding the draft. Week 1 is September 8th through the 13th. As you all know, go ahead. We have a mock draft episode. Take a look at it. It's got some solid picks in there. We were deep in the draft. We need you guys to sign up. The draft is next Sunday. We really hope to see you guys there. Hopefully Eddie is feeling a lot better by then. Obviously, this is probably the last episode before it. If you guys have any ideas or anything to bring up to me or Eddie, go ahead and shoot us a text. You know how to reach out to us. We're on all social media platforms, also on our Facebook. We have Let's Argue, Instagram, Let's Argue, and Twitter. As of right now, this pretty much wraps it up. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe, YouTube. And as we all know, be a friend, tell a friend. Hope you guys have a wonderful Sunday, and thank you for listening.